And this is another one of the things that you can do a lot with. The jumbo shells. Now I already cooked them because it takes a long time, but you could do just about anything with shells, any kind of stuffing. So I've got the shells cooked. We're going to, and I don't know why, they didn't have zucchini downstairs. So I got some summer squash, just one of these, and just cut it up. So I've got the diced squash, and I've got, my favorite matchstick carrots. Got those in here. We've got some ricotta cheese, which is just, this is where your protein, if you're looking at the vegetarian diet, this is where your protein would come in. And your vegetables, and this is one of these, if you don't like carrots and squash, you can put in eggplant, an onion, or whatever you want to put in. It's one of those recipes that you can do whatever. Okay, we've got our Parmesan cheese in there. We're going to put a little mozzarella in. And I always buy the finely shredded just because I like it. And I think we need about a half a cup. All right. We'll save that for later. And our spices, which are parsley flakes, oregano, garlic powder, and black pepper. I've got that all measured out in here, so we'll get that in. Now we're doing this first because this is one of the meals one of the dishes out of the 3 that needs to go into the oven. Like I said, you can be doing this while you're cooking your shells. You want to cook the shells according to the package directions, and not cook them so they're like mush. You want them a little al dente, which is with a bite. All right, so there's our filling. We've got our shells. We've got our sauce. And you can choose any sauce, or if you're ambitious enough to have your own homemade sauce, that's wonderful. It doesn't matter. I chose, since we were doing vegetables, garden combination. And we're going to put a little bit in the pan just to kind of make it so it doesn't stick. Okay. And then all you're going to do is stuff the shells with the mixture and place them in there. So is this easy? Yes. And if you wanted to use, you didn't want to use the ricotta, you wanted to use cottage cheese, that'd be perfectly all right. I would be careful with the, make sure that if it needed to be drained, that you don't have a lot of that extra moisture that sometimes you get with cottage cheese. You'd achieve the same result, the same taste. A little bit different texture with the ricotta is very smooth, where the cottage cheese would be a little bit on the lumpy side. So depending on how your family likes things, would depend on whether you use the ricotta or the cottage cheese. Now I cook the whole package of shells because I have found in the past when I've done this or done something similar, you always get some that just decide to explode while they're cooking. And then they're not, and of course that's the time that you're doing this for company. But these, since I cooked 2 packages, all turned out perfect. So who knew? And they don't have to be, you're going to put sauce on there, so they don't have to be perfectly neat. I think if I was going to freeze this dish, I would bake it first, and then bake it not too table ready, but bake it enough to kind of seal everything, and then take it out and cool it down and freeze it. Don't have a spoon here. Sometimes with the ricotta, it would separate and get kind of liquidy, but once you've got it cooked, and it's not going to, it's not going to hurt anybody to eat it, but you're not going to quite cook it to where it would be table ready. So that gives you, when you freeze something like that, that gives you the chance to heat it up again without overcooking it. All right. And you can put this in a pretty dish, if you like, instead of this kind of metal pan, but. All right, we're going to bake that for a little bit, and then we're going to put the cheese on, finish it off. So we'll get that in the oven. Let's take out our shells. Okay. Our shells look really good. We're going to sprinkle a little mozzarella cheese on here. If I can get this open. There we go. I'm going to put that back in the oven for a few minutes to get that melted. So here we go on that. So here's the baked vegetable shells.